Hey, you guys, I want to talk to you guys about how you have psychic abilities, and this is going to be a real fun video. Plus, I'll probably put it on the Craving Consciousness podcast. So we're going to dive right in. You have psychic abilities, but a lot of people always ask me when I'm launching my Awaken program, which I am right now, will I be able to develop? Like, can regular people become psychic? And I always say, yes, I could take a man off out of his gas station job and have him develop as a psychic medium. But some of you guys are also out there that are having random experiences. So those, you're like seeing your psychic abilities. You're recognizing them a little bit here and there. They're just firing and misfiring, but you don't know how to use it, right? So you have psychic abilities, but you don't know how to access them, but you don't know how to use them, but you don't know why you have them, but you don't know how to strengthen them, but you don't know how to access them at free will versus just to them firing and misfiring. You don't know how to access them when you want to gain information from the spirit realm, right? From quantum physics, from infinite intelligence, from all that is. You are one, right? We are all one. So you are a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean. You're a part of it. So you're part of source. You're part of God. You're part of quantum physics. So you get to be a part of that and you get to access all information, but you don't know how. You don't know how to strengthen it. You don't know how to access it. Yes, you can become psychic, right? So you guys know I love my Awaken program. It is open for enrollment right now. It takes you through each module. I'm going to talk to you guys about a bicycle here in a second because it's going to help you wrap your head around the topic of this training. And it is about a bicycle. It's about a bicycle. So for example, and I was saying like my Awaken program goes through each module. It goes through the psychic seeing module, psychic hearing module, psychic physical feeling, psychic emotional feeling, mediumship, angels, animal communication. It has everything in there from the beginning of the foundation, first, the safety and how to communicate with spirit, how to give a reading, how to approach giving a reading. All those things are in there. But here's the thing. Is you have psychic abilities, but think of a bicycle, right? You see a bicycle, right? You recognize it for what it is, but if you never were able to learn how to ride it, you just see it. Maybe you sat on the seat, right? So this is talking about like your psychic abilities. Maybe you had an experience, right? Maybe you had a vision. Maybe you heard your name being called and nobody was there. So you recognize something about your psychic abilities, right? So same thing with like a bicycle. But if you try to get on and you never have done it without training wheels and all that, you're going to likely fall flat on your face because nobody's ever taught you. Nobody's ever held the back for you. You've never had training wheels before. But the neat thing is once you have that mentor, once you have that person to hold the back and to help you, you're getting on there and then you start gaining confidence and you start gaining confidence. And then all of a sudden you're riding your bike and the wind is going through your hair and you're like, oh my God, my life is amazing now. And I have the wind through my hair. And like, I feel like my inner child is out, right? Like imagine that feeling of learning this new skill, like riding a bicycle. So you're kind of seeing your abilities here and there, or you're curious about it, or there's more to life than this, and that's why you're watching this video. I will tell you how to develop your intuition on your own, but you likely won't be able to do it without a mentor because you need somebody to let you know you're not crazy and you're not making this stuff up and to help you get validation and strengthen it, right? So in order for you to develop your abilities, you need to, number one, you need to recognize them for what they are. Is that psychic hearing, or is that just a thought in my head? Is that a vision, or is that another imaginatory thought in my head? Is that psychic feeling, or am I just hungry? You know what I mean? And to be able to work it over and over and over so that you get confident and you're like, oh, absolutely, that's my clairsentience, and spirit wants me to make this video, right? Spirit wants me to say this, right? Psychic hearing, they want me to say something, they want me to tell, a thought will pop in my head that doesn't belong to me. So in my program, I help you learn to recognize it, right? Because that's what you need to do, is recognize it for what it is and understand it for what it is. And then you need to exercise it. How are you going to exercise it if you don't necessarily recognize it for what it is? Well, I make you do it, right? That's the difference between what I do and other spiritual coaches. And that's the difference between my program is I don't just show you me riding the bike. I don't just show you videos of me riding the bike. I don't just have you touch the bike. I have you get on the damn bike and I make you ride it while I'm going alongside you, right? So I make you exercise your abilities. And then the next thing you need to do is you need to get a validation so that you know you're not crazy and you know you're not making it up. And you need to get validation from a source that, like a middleman, if you will. And that's what we have inside the Awaken program. So you get actual validation from everything that you said, that you see, hear, feel, and know. And then you start realizing, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. Right. So you're pedaling your bike now. And then you start trusting it. And then you start going faster. And then you start popping wheelies. I know I sound like a complete wackadoodle, but I like to keep it real. And I like to give you guys examples so that you can kind of be like, oh, yeah, okay. I need to recognize it. I need to exercise it. I need to validate it. And I need to trust it so that I gain confidence. And then guess what? You get to go out to the world on your shiny, sparkly bike and you get to help other people. How exciting is that? But not only that, you have access to something you never did before, and you're going to start gaining knowledge that you never have before because you've never worked in this realm. A book is not going to teach you this. Logic is not going to teach you this. Society is definitely not going to teach you this. They are trying to keep you away from this. And I'm over here waving my flag, letting you know you have psychic abilities, but all those things. So I hope you guys loved this little miniature training. Jump inside the Awaken program. Let me help you understand it, recognize it, strengthen it, be able to use it. And mentor you through those parts where it's going to be unique to you because seriously, not everybody develops the same. Everybody is very, very unique in their abilities, and I know how to help you. So I'm sending you guys all up, and I'll talk to you soon.